Hi, my name's John Dixon and I'm from Heli Mounts Ltd, and this is one of our creations, the DM1 HL, that's heavy lift. This is the servo driven, so we call the DM1 HL S. Slightly being phased out now with the new brushless motor technology that's coming on the market, but still quite useful for photography and for some basic video. As you can see, I've got a standard Handycam mounted on the camera plate there. Just going to go through basic setup. As you can see, we've got a Futaba G191 gyro. It's quite a basic gyro, but it works quite well at providing a certain amount of stabilisation on the roll axis. And we have another gyro just around here, which is the Futaba G190. Which is quite convenient because it fits in that small space, and that controls the tilt, helps stabilise that. Now with this mount we have a 12mm steel shaft which is actually hollow, which enables you to actually, as you can see, run the power leads. So if you were flying with a multi-rotor or a helicopter, you can mount your battery connected up there externally to the camera mount. Sometimes helps with balancing. I actually located this receiver pack on the tail of my helicopter, which helps counteract the weight that this was putting on the nose. So what we have is the receiver located on the small receiver plate here on the side, as you can see there. And we've got the roll, gyro and servo. The roll servo is located just inside this housing, you can't quite see it. We've got that connected up, and basically to make this all work, all you need is your receiver and just a standard sort of digital controller. I use a DX7 Spectrum. Right, so what I'm going to do next is connect up the handle. I use quite cheap, I think about £20, small rig, make these nice little handles that actually clamp onto a 15mm shaft. Like I said, that's 12mm, but what I've got here is a carbon fibre tube that's 12mm on the inside and 15mm on the outside. So what I can do is just slip that over there. It will go on. Like so. This carbon fibre tube's actually grooved slightly at the top, so when this clamps down, that clamping pressure will actually be transferred onto the steel shaft. But yeah, I'll next got to connect up the receiver pack, but first I'll turn on the controller. That's on now. You just see the gyro blinking there, and it's online. So I'm going to just set up the roll axis first. As you can hear, that sounds like the servo's doing something. So all you need to do is trim the controller until it stops doing its business. There you go. And what you could do is obviously have this mounted externally, but I'm going to just sit this receiver battery just on here at the moment. It's all a little bit messy because I haven't got my cable ties, trusty cable ties. I'm just going to put that somewhere like that for now. But what I've got at the moment, this is all set up to just provide opposite lock at the moment, and I've got the gyro set to about 75% on the gain. And it's quite basic really, providing you have the right direction set up. You can get quite, as you can see there, quite good stabilisation, and you can see it as I'm using the roll axis there, quite smooth, and then let go and it stops, but then we still have stabilisation. So like I said, it's not brilliant, but it provides quite a good level of stabilisation. Next, I'm going to go on to the tilt. I can plug that in. Now normally this one, when you first plug it in, it does move slightly, but you just have to trim that out. There you go, you can see it's moving there. But again, just have to trim it on the controller. There you go, we're back to normal now. Now I've got this gain turned down quite low because I was using this on a helicopter, but as you can see here, you can get a small screwdriver in to turn the gain up. But what I will do, just show you, as you can see I'm tilting that back and forward. Might be best if I go that way. That is actually providing the correct opposite movement. So yeah, there you go. 2 gyros controlling your roll and tilt. What I'm going to show you next is obviously putting the handle on, but first let's just take off the power. A little bit tight. That's what you want really. There we go. That's locked on there. Power it back up. So there you go. Now we have quite a useful little camera gimbal, handheld, and all you need to do is have someone to control it to tell you where you want it to go. And finally we obviously have the pan servo, if I can just find the lead. I normally connect this up to the rudder for the pan, which obviously I have left stick throttle, so yeah, left stick for pan, right stick left and right for roll, and the elevator for up and down on the tilt. I'm just going to connect that rudder in now. Again, you'll probably have to trim when I first connect this. Yeah, you can see it's moving the handle. There you go, trim that out and it's not moving anymore. But yeah, so I now have movement there. And the good thing is, if you have the battery located externally, it doesn't matter how many times this spins around, all it's going to do is twist this wire, but that would take a long time for that to cause any harm, and then after you use it you can just unwind it. But yeah, there you go. So you can keep spinning quite a few times before there's an issue. I just level that up again. Yes, as I said, quite useful. But yeah, if you want to check out my website, www.helimounts.com, or email us at info@helimounts.com, and I'd be happy to answer any of your questions. Alright, thank you.